Hi, I'm Renny Shen from F5 Networks. Welcome to today's Whiteboard conversation where we'll show how you can optimize your backups to shrink backup windows and reduce backup costs by up to 80% using intelligent file virtualization. How do we do this? Well, let's take a look at the example of Company X. Company X has 25 terabytes of data today, which it stores in a single storage tier. Let's say Company X currently performs weekly full backups with a 4-week retention. That means they need to have a total of 100 terabytes in total tape capacity to perform their weekly backups, times 75 cents a gigabyte for tape. It's a total of $75,000 that Company X needs to spend on tape capacity. That's a lot of money. And Company X currently has a problem with its backup windows. It takes them 72 hours, or almost 3 days, to back up all of their data. Now, given that the average weekend is only 2 days, how many of those backups do you think are actually completed successfully? Why is Company X having so much trouble backing up their data? The problem is that they have to back up all 25 terabytes of their data every week. But if they were to analyze their data, what they'd probably find is that only 20% of it is active. That is to say, frequently or recently modified. The other 80% of their data is inactive, infrequently, or never modified. So, I don't know. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but why is Company X backing up all of their data every week when most of it hasn't changed from the week before? Here's how we make it work better. The first thing we do is insert a layer of intelligent file virtualization in the network between users and applications and their data. This layer of virtualization decouples the logical access to a file from its physical location on back-end storage. Next, we create a set of policies that automate file management. Let's say we want all files that are active, which is to say that have been modified in the last 90 days, to stay where they are. And we want to move all inactive data, or files that have not been modified in the last 90 days, to a new location, which we'll create over here. So once we implement this policy, 20 terabytes of inactive data will instantly be moved over here, leaving only 5 terabytes of data in its original location. Now, the important thing to remember here is that because of virtualization, all of this just happened completely transparent to our users. They still see all of their files in the exact same place and still have full online access to all of their data. But now we can optimize our backup processes to take advantage of this new data layout. We'll continue to perform weekly full backups of our active data, which is now only 5 terabytes instead of 20. With a 4-week retention, that's 20 terabytes of tape capacity that we need, times 75 cents a gigabyte. That's $15,000 that we need to spend on tape capacity. But since we know all of our inactive data over here have not been modified in the last 90 days, we no longer need to back that up every week. We can back it up monthly or quarterly. But if Company X is like many companies, they're already performing monthly and quarterly backups, so there's nothing else we need to do. We just saved ourselves a lot of time and tape capacity, and a lot of money. That's $60,000 less in tape capacity that Company X needs to spend. And how does this affect our backup windows? Well, because we no longer have to back up 25 terabytes of data on a weekly basis, and we're only backing up 5, we just shrunk our backup window from 3 days to half a day. So just to recap, by eliminating or reducing the amount of redundant backups, we shrink our weekly backup set from 25 terabytes to 5, reducing the amount of tape capacity we need to buy by $60,000 and shrinking our backup window from 3 days to half a day. Now that's just the savings in the first year alone. If company X is like most companies, and with data that's growing at 50% annually, well, they can expect to see a continued savings on tape spend every year. How's that for optimization? That's it for today. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to check out our other whiteboard conversations from F5 Networks.